Silksong has been out for 3 weeks and I just completed Act 1, which was an absolute blast. I'm playing it completely blind, the best way to experience it. Let me sum up the game in 3 words. It's damn hard. The journey starts with a kidnapped Hornet who escapes from her captors. After a bit of exploration in Moss Grotto, I encountered my first boss, Moss Mother, and defeated it on the first try, so I thought, hey, this isn't that hard. How foolish I was to think something like that. I then reached the Chapel Maid, where I learned my first objective, reach the Great Citadel. I had no idea how far it was. Time to reach Bone Bottom. That'll be my main reference point for a while. Here begins my exploration with interesting enemies, close combat areas and... well, this character named Sherma who's trying to open a door by singing. Then I reach the Marrow with Lodos Lava. After a while I meet Chakra, who sells maps and other items, just like good old Conifer. From here, I went back to Moson and collected my first silk skill, Silk Spear. Let's go! With this new ability, I was able to reach a second boss, Beast. This was not exactly like Moss Mother and required many attempts. I know I suck at this, but eventually I defeated it as well. This turned out to be my fast travel companion, by the way. After exploring a bit in the nearby areas, I reached Deep Docks. Here, lava is literally everywhere and those enemies are tough. But after exploring all the way around, that turned out to be a dead end. So time to change direction, and at some point, I reached Hunter's March, yet another location. This world is so packed. Lot of ants here, and pain. Platforming here is crucial, and the downward pogo is haunting me. My gosh, how much I hate it! Try after try, I'm improving. Even those damn hunt enemies aren't easy. That arena combat took me a gazillion attempts, even with Chakra's help. And every time I die, I have to redo those damn platforming sections. At least I'm learning something. Eventually, I don't know how, I did it! I'm free. Going back to Deep Docks with sprint and dash abilities, I was able to reach Lace, a new boss who was super fast. The dance began and in just a few tries I defeated her. But she escaped, exactly like Hornet did in Hollow Knight. Now it's time to explore Fire Fields. Here there are a lot of updrafts that tell me I need a new ability, but for now, still have to wait. Exploring, I found a little house. Here, the Seamstress asks me to collect 25 spines. 25! This turned into the most tedious fetch quest ever, running around and taking down every spine I could find. But the reward, the Drifter's Cloak. Ah, Naked Hornet? Amazing! So now, I can fly! Now, I'm so happy because I'm thinking of all the places I can reach and fourth chorus! Didn't expect that! This time wasn't too complicated, especially when I remembered I can fly. Still not used to it. So this boss is gone for good too. From Firefields, it's time to reach Greymoor, a new location with a darker color palette. Here I find New for the Hunter's Journal, so time to start collecting enemies. After defeating some enemies, I reach a new chapel where I collect the Crest of Reaper. Now it's time for my first nightmare, Moorwing. Oh, I didn't expect this to be so hard. This damn flying thing has rotating blades that trick me every time, especially during the second phase. But at some point, after what I think were 30 tries, I did it! And cutscene! I reached the haunted Bellhart. From here, I can't find much, so I immediately head to Shelwood. New location with new enemies and new flowers to pogo on. It's platforming time again. The environment is so cool, but without a map I got lost in no time. And I landed in Wormways. Again, all dark with many worms or whatever the heck those things are. Blah. After exploring just a tiny bit, I decided to go back to Shelwood. And here I find another damn boss with platforming required to reach it. Sister Splinter! Oh god, I hated this boss. Again, it took me many tries. But after countless 1, 2, 3 attempts to get the right timing, she was gone. Holy moly, that was hard as hell. Now I've passed the major milestone and it's time to platform again. But this time it was so worth it, since at the end of this section I got the new ability, Cling Grip, which allows me to hang on walls. Finally! With that, I went back to Greymoor and after a while reached the Sinner's Road. But I decided to not go through there for now. Then my exploration takes me back to Shelwood. Here, after a section of pogoing and cursing, I eventually reached the 4th mass shard. Now I have 6 health. I can't believe it. Yes! After that, it's time to continue and I reached the Blasted Steps. I didn't know what awaited me there. Here there are sandstorms and hateful enemies. By the way, how many flying enemies are in this game? I got lost in this right place and found great Conchflies. Those two things? Guess what? Fly! Surprisingly, I defeated them on the 2nd try. Or at least one of them. Maybe I'm learning how this game works. Now it's time for more platforming and after a while I reach a massive door. The Grand Gate. Here I discover that I have to find 5 bells scattered throughout the world. At least I've already found 3 of them. So I just need to go to Greymoor and Bellhart according to the quest description. Starting from Bellhart, I took the Shelwood road and reached this friendly girl who, of course, turns out to be a boss. Widow. This one is tricky because she has many different patterns and I have to use all my agility to dodge them. Death after death, I was losing hope. But at some point, I started seeing a new part of the fight and I did it! Just kidding! They tricked me so hard, I almost panicked! But I went into Zen mode, and on the first try of that phase, I finally defeated her! The first bell is restored. Now I unlock Needolin, which allows me to play ancient melodies. And what does this cutscene means? Now Bellhart is open again, yay, shopping time! Meanwhile, don't ask me why, I went back to Bone Bottom, reached the Chapel of the Wanderer and got the Crest of Wanderer. Back to the main objective, I got to Greymoor, kill lots of those flying enemies and reach the final bell. Yes! Now I can go back to the Great Door, try to open it, and of course, there's a boss. But which boss? I'll tell you in a moment. He kicked my ass in the blink of an eye, so I decided to wait. So I went back to Sinner's Road, reached Crow Lake, and found an annoying closed fight with many birds. This unlocked some balloons I can downward pog on, and after yet another platforming section, I got Threadstorm. Apart from that, I don't see what else I can do here, so I'll leave it for later. Now I want to use Needolin to open some doors, so I go back to Bone Bottom and open a door there. With these, I found Eva, a voice that eventually gave me the Crest of Hunter. Here I had the great opportunity to find a secret area where, after a challenging platforming section with lava all around me, I got a new mask shard. Then exploration continues and in the Marrow I find the cool Tyrant. This took me a few attempts, but it wasn't too hard, so I did it! I'm powered! No one can stop me now! So I decided to face the final boss again, Last Judge. Well, it wasn't any better than before. This damn thing is so tricky, I don't have a clue what I should do. The only positive thing is that now I can do that platforming section blindfolded. Try after try, at least I reach phase 2 and see there's a lot of fire, which deals 2 damage per hit again. The first phase becomes almost a joke, but the second one is brutal. I realize my build probably isn't good enough. So I decide to explore and look for merchants. On the map I see an icon I hadn't noticed before and find the Forged Daughter, who has the Magma Bell, which reduces damage from lava and heat, This is amazing! With my new item, I go back to the judge. Much better! But not enough. At the same time I'm improving, and this time I feel like I'm doing it. And yes, I defeated it! So I stand in front of him, laughing so hard after all the pain. Yes, sir! What happened? Wait a second. And I spawn back at the bench. I don't understand what's happening, so I go back there. And he's back again! I was so pissed off and died instantly, so frustrating! It turned out that at the end the boss explodes, dealing a crazy amount of damage, so staying far away was crucial. Armed with this knowledge, I gathered all my courage and did it once more. I stepped through all 3 phases like a ninja, and I did it! This time though I climbed to the farthest place possible and it's gone for good. Now there's a new cutscene and it's the beginning of Act 2. This first act was insane, and in the 23 hours I put into it, I had a great time, other than suffering like never before. And it's just the first act. We'll discover together what's in Act 2 in a later video, when I'll be able to complete it. Until then, have fun with the other contents here.